game. So if you're fighting in a dusty place, you get minus. You get like 10%.
Blind debuff.
Yeah, blind 10% passive blind.
I would love that. I would love environmental effects or something like that. That would be really nice. But yeah, I guess what can we expect from Smilegate, right? They're milking.
They're not gonna do it. If they do it, they're gonna get mad backlash because unfortunately, most of the player base seems to dislike RNG in a game that is mostly based around RNG.
Just make it optional. You don't have to do it to make it mandatory in the fights, right? Just give us the option to turn it on and off.
Yeah,
at least could introduce new game modes in RTA, like something similar to the tourney we just we're doing.
Tag team RTA.
Yeah, that might be interesting too.
I remember they introduced it's not really a mode, but similar to like where you can opt in. There's they remade Nostormu. I don't know if you remember the old Nostormu card that gave you only 15 seconds to play your turn when it was on the field. Now, if both players have the card in their deck, the entire match is being played on, I think it's 15 seconds or 30 seconds turn timers. But both players need to have it in their starting deck. They could do something like that.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Good luck.
Oh, nice! We got our contestants ready. Very nice.
Okay, guys.
Oh, in a second, my Discord froze, my BlueStack froze, my Opera froze. Fuck's sake.
There's a problem using Opera.
And the draft starts, Void. So you have about 30 seconds time to witness the fight. No pressure.
Even what is it called? Explorer froze. So.
Maybe it's too cold. It might be the cold.
My laptop is doing something like 70-80 degrees. I don't think so.
I'm always so interested to see Orma draft because I feel like he has a completely unique way of drafting. It's like different from everyone else you see on ladder.
Just big boober, yeah.
It is the simp factor for sure, but he makes it work.
Yeah,
he makes it work.
Absolutely, his drafts make sense even though the characters are way off meta. And he has
like Cruor, for example.
What player is that?
I mean, you have to play it safe. You have to first put your foot in the door and see how the wind is blowing, and then you adjust to the situation, right?
Yes, Cruor is a premium first pick. He might be the best first pick in the game, even.
Yeah,
I would go so far as to call him.
Damage mitigation combined with killing potential, it's crazy good. Yeah.
Or also keeping it safe. You can put the Fallen Cecilia a bit on the back burner because no one will usually draft Cruor and Fallen Cecilia. But going together with Fairy Tail, that's a good start. Now Orma can use his avatar unit to coin flip the game on the resist on the Fairy Tail, or the miss on the Fairy Tail rather.
Or try to outspeed with a controlling assassin. That's definitely something that is within his repertoire. Yes.
Bazaar, that's another 50-50 chance. I personally really dislike using ER units against Fairy Tail because it feels at best you're getting a coin flip if they're well built. I prefer just picking green units and giving it the 50-50 coin flip based on color. Because even if you have 300 effect resistance, you're getting a 50% chance most of the time. The stats you have to fight, you just need more stats. You need health, defense, resistance, and speed, and they only need speed and effectiveness. It's a race you don't want, in my opinion. But Yufine too. Yufine, that is another coin flip, 50% because of her evasion first turn. I like the general purchase backup though, because one of the weaknesses Holiday Yufine has is that she is all AoE. She cannot go single target even if she wants to.
Yeah, he even hovered over Seaside Bellona for a while there.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe telegraphing there to make Orma a little bit nervous about a possible Seaside Bologna.
Yes.
Wait, by the way,
If he-
the paradigm?
Sorry, what was the question?
What is the paradigm? Now?
There are no paradigms.
Wasn't for
Why
the
why
finals?
are all our finalists not informed about the rules? No paradigms anymore.
Because from what I understood it was only for the finals. The final.
No,
Yeah,
no,
those
it's-
are the
those are the
final
finals.
bracket.
Okay, so the final bracket, basically.
Yes.
No one that has no chains gets paradigms. The chains
Okay.
were basically there as a metaphor for the paradigms.
I see.
Politis is interesting. It's not an anti-cleave Politis, but it still
Maybe
blocks
she's DPS.
the DN, I suppose. Also the RB to a certain extent.
Politis might be DPS though.
It's the 50% CR after revive often makes a difference on the RBs.
Very fast Diane here.
Where's
Starting
Yeah,
off
that's-
with the damage mitigation.
the Euphony? I wonder.
So this will not cleanse the debuffs, it only reduces the duration.
Oh, but still, it hit the Euphony and now she doesn't have the miss anymore because she's not full 100%.
Yeah, but she does have her immunity, so the Politis won't debuff her. It does blind the Arbiter though.
Goes very late though, after the Holiday of Fiend, so it's probably gonna get cleansed.
Yeah, but
Oh, it is a counter.
counter.
Yeah, it's not really helping him here much, even pushing the combat readiness of the G-Purgus crew.
Mm.
And there comes the cleanse with the AoE attack buff.
I would have loved to see a last pick Dark Corvus, by the way, if Cruor has it. This is like the ban the Arbiter and make the Dark Corvus a must ban, because you proc him every turn with the Holiday Euphene and you can't kill him in a reasonable amount of time. And then he's just taking away your units one by one. That would have been, but it's a Moonlight 5-star. I don't think I've seen Cruor use Dark Corvus. And as you could see in my match, you still have to target the correct units if you have the Dark Corvus counter. Otherwise, you still lose to get control.
Definitely trying to control the DPS units on Ormagoden's side. As long as he can mitigate that incoming damage, he definitely has a lot of leverage. Especially since he's not boasting a Soul Weaver on his own side.
He's getting a lot of turns.
I wonder if Euphony is on the stun artifact per roll.
The Champions Trophy, you mean?
Yeah, doesn't seem though. Like that though.
From the... I think I've seen it once on Draco played, but I didn't pay attention to the proc in this match.
She should have already stunned someone if she was on that, since she did like 3 AoEs already.
As G-Purgus, would you not try to provoke the Arbiter Wildred here again?
Depends, because he's on counter set. Oh, that's...
This is on a blind.
Oh.
Moonlight Dreamblade obviously makes this a very unlikely hit.
Quadruple miss. That's a dead Politis, this one.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the Politis last pick. I feel there were better options at the end.
Maybe if she was DPS, would have made sense.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or if he banned another water unit.
I mean, you're picking her into 2 water units, and if you want to control, there's better options to control.
I would
you can pick like a Dizzy or something if you want to control. Falcon or
Cruor if took like
and
that's an important. That's a huge crit. That's a huge crit. The problem is Crow is like the number 1 safety insurance against the Ravi solos. So he's gonna have to control the Crow. with a DN cleansing his debuffs. So that's gonna be a very, very tall task.
Also, there's the risk of Holy Sacrifice, right? I'm not sure. Is he on Aureus? Have we seen it?
Yeah, he absorbs some damage from that.
I'm pretty sure he did absorb damage, yeah.
Okay.
It's also really like Holy Sacrifice is more like a Guild War thing, I think, where you surprise people. The Aureus is too impactful in RTA matches usually. Soul Burns, that's probably like 7k damage, 7 to 8k damage ish.
Yeah.
8,700 even.
Yeah,
That's definitely the game. It's interesting. It's still a proof of valor G purchase. Most of the G purchases I've seen are either going as a secondary DPS with something like Symbol of Unity, or are donning the Warhorn for the extra combat readiness push and supportive attack. Maybe it's the Wyvern G purchase, the double dip. But yeah, this is unfortunately very much over. Even if he could kill the Arbiter, you couldn't kill him in time before the revive came back up, and that's not even accounting for the crowd at the end.
Time for 28k, 100% crit chance, 300 crit damage, and general pulvis.
Now, I think usually you go like 100% crit or 100-ish% crit, and then you go like 220 to 30% crit damage and just high HP and decently fast. That's like the standard build. Yeah, I felt like Cruor put himself in a pretty decent spot. I really didn't like the Politis last pick. I felt like maybe, did he have much time on the clock left when he picked it? Maybe he just ran out of time and couldn't decide.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Let's see. So, first pick is now switching over to Cruor.
Correct. And we see...
Is he... I want him to pick the Crow here. Okay, Landy, that works too. Landy is a pretty solid first pick, especially with Carrot and Ravi out of the picture, for sure. Crow, yeah, makes sense. Oh, he actually does pick both of the Aureus holders. Wow. Yeah, Bazaar, very solid.
Maybe one of my texts that I did was switch my Fallen CC onto a Crown of Glory to counteract the AoE tenebria that like to soul burn, like Landy in this case, or most of the team comps that boast Spectral Tenebria. Spectral Tenebria also want the souls and have a lot of AoE.
Oh yeah, for sure. Crown of Glory is a pretty good tag option. Yeah. Essentially, if you pick Bazaar against Orma, I think you have to expect the Holiday You Fiend to come back up. Tywin, he's going again for a more controlling approach. Acadi's coming out now. That's something I have not seen in a long time in RTA. Wow. Oh, it's very... So he only has one cleanser for the Bazaar. Do you trust your Holiday You Fiend to not get banned and allow the Bazaar, or are you removing it?
It's not a full cleanse, but at least he has some form of cleanse, right?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. He's still going for it. Makes sense. Losing a full turn can be pretty devastating, because it's not just the worst case scenario is the Bazaar soul burn into the Tywin soul burn, and then you're too far behind right off the get-go. You have a series that's gonna lap you. I feel like it's a reasonable ban.
Yeah, especially since Cerese's speed down is very redundant with what we have on a Tywin. But it's still potent. The speed downs on an enemy team combined with a speed up on your own team is definitely not to be underestimated.
I feel like he's fine picking Holiday You Fiend just as a supportive damage dealer. She can exist fine without the Bazaar counter pick.
Yeah, I mean, we basically got taught by the current meta
Yes.
and the dominance of Researcher Carrot how potent those burns can be through high defense even.
The interesting part here will be, so in theory, the Achates is a good answer because the Orma's team has kind of a limited damage output, and Landy usually scales better into Frenzy than most other DPS. So does a Tywin. But can she keep her team alive long enough against all the incoming damage? And especially, can Orma find a way to get a Crow horse in to remove one of the core units of the team comp?
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good Landy S3. That's a solid amount of damage. Also procs the Guiding Light. Almost. Actually, not that important because the Holiday Euphine is gonna reach her every time. Interesting.
I just discovered something funny. If an RB is injured, when he revives with the injury.
Yeah, it's always all revives are with injury. Injury persists.
Didn't know that.
Injuries persist through death. Maybe the Holiday Euphine is the Landy answer, after all. It makes sense at least. Ooh, there's a stun. Here comes the weak point of Achates in RTA. The full turn of essentially do nothing. The big gap in the defense.
Not to be mistaken with greater attack buffs.
This is also the combo of DN and the greater attack buff from Holiday Euphine is quite nasty, extending that greater attack buff even further. As it's not a DN specific thing, but just in general attack buffers.
Yeah, now the Crow is really getting scary. He's not gonna die through an S3 from Landy.
Yeah, I don't think he dies even if you soul burn. I think this is what Cruor is thinking about. Yeah, he decides not to even use the S3. Gets back into the Guiding Light at least. Yeah, I honestly think this was not such a bad time to get the Crow low because his options are somewhat limited. There's 2 invincible and 1. Well, actually, nah. Landy's gonna get yanked out of the stealth before he takes his turn. I'll take
First
it
of all,
back.
this and he wasn't sure if he really gets the stealth, right?
Yeah, of course. That's 10,000. That's like, it's not enough damage to kill.
Now the
Landy
damage
does
mitigation is
outspeed.
done. No more defense buff. No more Diane crit damage chance reduction.
Decides to burn it now. I like it. Yep.
The patience paid off here. It was definitely the right decision.
Yeah. Found his timing. Found the perfect timing. Does he have soul burn again? S3 again? Not yet. Next turn. Yeah, this is looking very, very grim now.
There's no
counter Landy.
Brutal.
Counter Landy on a Guiding Light even.
Yeah,
the tech.
That's a way to cleanse the provoke. Just kill them.
Little known fact. Killing a unit removes provoke debuffs. It's the most efficient way to remove the provoke.
Yeah, that Holiday
Write that down.
No, she's... And it's not getting better either.
Cruor's team is more healthy than when he started.
Yeah, the Achates.
Worked.
Yeah, he's gapping too hard, bro.
Can they pick whatever they want now? There's no conditions.
Welcome to the stream, Erwin. Yes, indeed, they are unchained and they can do whatever they want to.
Oh shit!
And it's 1-1, so this fight is the deciding fight, the deciding round between Cruor and Orma. Whoever wins this goes into the half finals.
First pick is going to Orma this time again. It has been a contested fight about the Crow and the Landy so far. Those have been the go-to first picks. Especially with the Carrot permaban so far. Oh, this time not banned.
Respecting the series, she did a lot of work against Holiday Eufine and the whole team in general.
And the Landy.
Well, she
Now,
was on
do
the
you-
team.
Are you slam dunking the Carrot here?
That's
Are
a
you
very good
picking the
question.
Crow? Are you picking the
So
Crow
far,
in
he
case?
only always picked Cruor. Oh, a different kind.
All right. I see.
Didn't even hesitate to
very-
steal the blue cow.
Very interesting choice, since he knows Crow is very contested and is a good counter against Last Rider Crow. So opening this up, is he planning something here? Does he have a secret weapon against Blue Crow?
I don't know. I honestly don't see. I don't see the deviation. I mean, Last Rider Crow is a very solid first pick. Maybe he has a feeling the Crow has not worked out for him yet. Maybe he wants to have some more AoE damage because he was a bit light on damage the last fights, and he's going back to the Holiday Eufine. So just Eufine and Last Rider Crow already provide a significant baseline of AoE damage. But yeah, not sure. I think the next pick is gonna give us a lot of information what he has in mind. Yeah, he definitely wants to go a little more on the damage side. Enough stalling.
Wider, strong damage. Let's see. We know that his Arbiter Wildred is a degen build, unless he has a second Arbiter Wildred, what I don't believe.
Nah, I don't think so. All right, wow, the Luana against just the degen RB is unexpected. Oh yeah, we're not gonna see. Okay, Kron.
Is he trying to utilize the RB to his advantage as a combat readiness pusher?
I mean, he's just going to slam green Eufine, right? Deals with the Crow.
Well, there's an attack buff and some sustain.
I mean, it's the second attack buff. The third, if you count. It's a degen RB. I forgot.
I guess here you have to make a decision if you go aggressive or if you are a little more balanced and go for a longer fight. Because you could like speed contest the Arbiter here, for example. Oh, I love it, Karen. But how did she make it all the way down there? I am shocked. An outrage. Yeah, definitely Fairy Tail is a very, very smart pick here. I agree. SSP, yeah, SSP is probably going to get force banned, I suppose.
Yeah. Seems to be undecided here. What would you have picked? Would you have went for the SSB over the F10?
Yes, I would have. Yes. Because if he bans the Kron now, who's killing the enemy team? Are you crow horsing 4 times, or what's the plan?
And even if Cruor bans Eufine, I don't think that F10.
He's not banning the. Wow, he's not banning the Kron. I'm so surprised. There's like a 1 DPS draft, and he has to sustain.
He might get soloed by Carrot now.
Banning the degen RB. I thought he picked the Roanna especially as a counter to the counter Arbiter Wildred.
I don't
a soft counter at least.
Is this a DPS bazaar or just like utility?
We're gonna find out now.
1k damage.
Not a lot of damage, at least.
Is it a counter Kairon? No, it's not a counter Kairon. It's too fast for that. I'm not
To be
sure
honest,
how
I
you.
don't really get the use of Ruan in this team.
Hmm.
I think the other
Wouldn't our
problem.
well be better or something?
Well, this
Or even
this could be over fast at least. I mean, now.
I mean, people will die here. The problem is also, yeah, Carrot can soul burn if she wants to, and that's the
I think
Kairon at least into his passive. If it
This,
doesn't just straight up strip it.
first draw here seems hella weird to me. I feel like there's
Okay.
it's insanely weak against what he's against.
Decided to pop
Yeah.
the Kairon immortality here. It will be hard to kill any unit,
Yeah.
even if he crits.
A solid amount of damage, but yeah, the thing is, Crow cannot really easily horse down a carrot because of her damage mitigation. I don't think this is enough. Yeah, because her damage reduction does count towards the Crow horse, so he needs to be significantly lower than he usually needs to be. I guess the Charon is gonna come back at least once, but interesting. I think this looks like a bit of a carrot showcase already. I think if the blue crow dies, it's over. Because the blue crow is like the only thing in this draft that can still kill carrot.
oh,
There is no way a Bazaar and a Rana will ever, like, even if she's at 20 HP effectively, they can't break through the barrier, and they can't. I mean, Bazaar can technically strip it, I suppose, but I think he's gonna burn himself to death far before that happens. How long is the
Orma can
cooldown
still
on the
just
Bazaar?
combo a Malcrow S3 and a Carrot S3 and
Lance debuffs on the carrot. That is pretty big because she has her S3 ready again.
Yeah, she only needs 2 rounds.
Yes.
Unless she's on Spirit's Breath, that's a different
Okay.
story.
Still. Spirit's Breath. That works on non-attack skills, right? You mean Etika Scepter?
Oh, sorry, Etika Scepter, right.
Yeah, so
That's a
Bazaar
perfect
is
sign.
essentially already dead. It's a Womo Shinderu thingy. Yeah.
how many
Soul Burns.
years?
I like the Soul Burn on the last Red Crow.
The kill.
Yeah, this is.
Hard pressure attack.
Yeah, Crow will revive, but. Yeah, I think he still has like 2 or 3 turns left until the next horse. He has 3 turns left. He's not getting through there.
No, that's and crits. Yeah, that's that crown.
Ron also rotates out of her revive buff now, which is unfortunate to say the least. Counterattack,
The Stellar
dual
Hammer-
attack,
the
the
Stellar Hammer
heal.
just removed the burn. Is that correct?
Yeah, it did. Got a little bit greedy there, I feel. He should have just gone for the crow.
Yeah,
but
I was sure he goes for the crow here.
But yeah, the thing is, the counter Rana is a little bit too slow. She's not getting turns, so she's not getting another revive buff up. But yeah, I don't see her. I don't see Rana 1v3ing this. She's giving it her best effort, but that's a lot of S1s that will be needed.
I mean, look at her. She's a cosmic entity. She definitely has some ace up her sleeve. Oh,
Isn't it also?
no sleeves? Oh.
Oh, look at that! She's really giving it her best shot. Isn't that also kind of a home field advantage for Rana? That Comet Temple thing, isn't that like her? No, wait, she's from another dimension, right? Another universe.
I mean, it might be. She's definitely one of the priestesses, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah,
there
like-
it goes. That's 2-1 for Ormagoden, and Ormagoden goes to the half-finals.
Nice.
Nail biter. And 3 Holiday You've games nonetheless. Checking the simp requirements.